Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Jenny and I work at Imprezzio Marketing. I am our social media product manager, and today we are going to talk about engagement and reach on Facebook. Engagement and reach are really hot topics right now. Everyone's really focusing on how hard reach or engagement are to achieve, and how Facebook has become sort of a pay-to-play system. A lot of our clients here at Imprezzio are small businesses, small to medium, and they are local businesses. A lot of insurance industry clients and a lot of clients that are like realtors or other things along those lines. A lot of our clients are really focused on leads. So that's something we're going to talk about today as well, with engagement and reach, and looking at your Facebook page and what we can do to improve your engagement and reach. So I'm going to try and keep everything to about a half hour today. If you have any questions, feel free to type them in the chat window there on your screen, or at the end, the last slide will have my email address. Feel free to, think of any questions you have and send me an email. That way we can really get into your questions a little bit more in depth. And that way I can make sure I get everyone's questions answered. So let's get started. Let's see. Social media. What is social media? It's social, first and foremost. We really can't forget that. It's not a to-do list. A lot of people want to be on Facebook, or they want to be on Twitter because they think that they're supposed to be. But it's not that simple. You can't just, say, I'm going to be on Facebook and, let that be the end of your thought process on it. Leads are really important too. Like I said, to a lot of our clients, leads are really important. But that ROI is going to come from social media after your engagement, after you really reach people, and from that relationship building. The example that I really like to use is sort of a cocktail party. If you're attending a cocktail party or a networking event, you don't just walk in and start talking to everyone about how you can quote them on auto insurance or you can help them buy a home. When you're at an event like that, you start with a natural conversation first. You find something in common, or you talk about the weather, or whatever it may be. You have a conversation first, and then that naturally moves to the subject of what you do, and if there's any mutual interest from there, it can turn into a really great opportunity. But you never just find success just walking in and saying, "Hi, I sell insurance, do you need a quote?" So engagement, our big topic today, of course. What is engagement? Engagement on Facebook can be in the form of a like, a comment, or a share. So you have fans on Facebook, they like your page, but likes on posts, comments on posts, and shares are what we really want to achieve. Likes are viewed as sort of the lowest level of an action that your fan can take to recognize your post as being cool for whatever reason. Comments and shares have a higher value with Facebook, so we want people to comment on your content and we want them to share your content. Likes are awesome. We love getting likes, but comments and shares are really what we're after. So this is your notifications panel on your Facebook page. We are going to get you more notifications. All of these likes, comments, and shares are going to show up as little notifications here. Because of all the activity you're going to gain on your posts, your post reach is going to be a big number there. We really want to drive your reach up. Because you're reaching more people, you'll see that your fan count grows. You'll get more page likes. And hopefully then we will start seeing more messages to your page, more people reaching out to your page, asking you questions about your services, or maybe asking for a quote, whatever it may be. This is really what we want to see on Facebook, the likes, comments, and shares. So this is a really great post that I have here to show you as an example of something that's engaging. I have the page name and the person's name sort of blanked out just for everyone's privacy, but this is a really great post that I wanted to show you. This post reached over 1,000 people, over 1,100 people. It received 108 likes, comments, and shares, 67 likes, 19 comments, and 22 shares. These analytics, these post details, are available on any post that you have, given your Facebook page is large enough to have the insights. I think the current threshold is 30. If you have less than 30 fans, something small like that, you don't have access to insights. But once you do, this is something that you can see on all of your posts. And this is really interesting information that helps us understand what our fans like and what we can do in the future to get more results like this. So this particular Facebook page, I think it has about 300 fans. But because of all the likes, comments, and shares we received, we were able to reach a much larger audience. Again, that's over 1,100 people reached. So each section here, the likes, comments, and shares, kind of breaks it down a little bit further for you. There were 3 shares on the post, but from that there were 19 additional shares. There were 15 comments on the post, but 19 overall. And overall, the post received 67 likes. So that's really pretty impressive for such a small page. 130 clicks overall. This may not be considered, large-scale viral, but for this small business, this post really, showed a nice smiling face behind their business and, introduced you to one of their staff members. It put a face to their team. So, talking about the pay-to-play system, what did this cost on Facebook? We did not pay to boost this post. This is organic reach. We looked at the page analytics and we posted this at a time where we knew that our fans would be online. And, posts like this overall, putting a face to your page, that's a really successful type of post. So we were really pleased with the results that we achieved on this post for sure. So this is a look at your Facebook Insights. I have a little sad face here. If this is what you're seeing on your Facebook Insights, then we can definitely talk about ways to improve your content. The first column on the left shows the type of posts, links, photos. That could be a link to an article, or it could be a YouTube video, or it could be a picture of the team out at a community event, whatever it may be. The next column shows that they're all visible globally, which is great for pages. The column with the little orange lines, that shows how much reach each of these posts receive. So the highest reach here was 30 people, 30 unique individuals. And you can see that, the oldest post is lower and the newest post is higher. And as they were posting more and more content on this page that was not receiving engagement, they started reaching fewer and fewer people. And that is the exact opposite of what we want to do on your page. So we're going to talk about some different ways to do the opposite of this, some different ways to improve this sort of situation and really work on engagement and reach. This is what we want to see on your page when you have some really engaging content. So obviously some content is going to be more interesting than others, or maybe you posted it at a time where you found a huge pocket of people online. Maybe for whatever reason on a Friday afternoon, people, maybe they've lost focus at work, so they're surfing Facebook or whatever it may be. This is going to show you what results your different pieces of content achieved. The spots in the reach column where you see the darker orange color, those were posts that a budget was used to increase the reach. So that's something that you can do when you have a specific message that you really want to get out there. But you know, looking at the last post I showed you and looking at the other posts on, you know, on this page here, the lighter orange in this column, you can see that achieving reach is possible without spending money. And it may be a little bit of work to figure out what types of posts will do best and figure out, you know, when to post things or what works for your page. But ultimately, we can reach people, we can reach your audience without spending money. So the top post here reached 1,200 people. It received almost 400 different engagements, different clicks probably, and 47 likes, comments, and shares. So my next slide here, I'm going to show you what that post was. So looking at this, it was a couple of photos that were posted wishing the individual a happy birthday. So that's something that, you know, all of us would be able to do on our pages. A staff member, your boss, you know, this is just an opportunity to post a few candid photos. You know, they're just silly photos of him eating a piece of birthday cake, but still it received 37 likes, or 34 likes, excuse me, and 13 comments, in addition to nearly 400 clicks. So again, for a page that you know, has just a few hundred fans, this is a really great post. You know, these results are really great. You might not look at this and consider this to be hugely viral or hugely successful, but when you look at the scale of this page and, you know, the scale of the business, this is actually something that I would consider successful. So the client was definitely pleased with the results from this, and you know, this definitely caused a spike in engagement on their page just from posting, you know, happy birthday. There were multiple comments from people saying, you know, happy birthday, and somebody even asked what type of cake that was. And all of those provide opportunities for you as the page manager or community manager. You can respond back to those individuals. So, you know, comment back and say, yes, it is a cake from Sweet Frostings, or whatever it may be. Any opportunity you have like that to engage helps your page. So definitely take advantage of those. So are you seeing a theme here? The last couple of examples we've gone over. People like to look at pictures of other people. It's Facebook. We are all Facebook users, so we've all been there. When someone posts, you know, a photo album or, you know, a picture from their wedding or whatever it may be, those things are engaging, and it's the same for Facebook pages. We want people to click onto your content. We want people to engage with your content. We want people to hopefully make it back to your page. The statistic is as few as 6% of people return directly to your Facebook profile or fan page after they like it. So almost all interaction takes place in the news feed. So we really need to focus on creating engaging content to get it into the news feed, and the more engagement really helps that content reach more people. So sticking on this theme, put a face to your brand. Just some examples here. You know, wishing the client a happy anniversary reached 400 people and received almost 40 likes, a bunch of comments. Posting photos from an event reached over 500 people. Wishing someone a happy birthday, you know, 14 likes. That was great for that page. This is a post I really like to do, hashtag Team Member Tuesday, and on Tuesday I like to post a photo of someone, you know, in this example it's a retail store, but I said, you know, this Team Member Tuesday, meet these two staff members, and there were, you know, over 30 likes and probably 10 comments there, and everyone saying, you know, those ladies are great, and that's really great content for you as a business. Plus, it's that engagement that we're looking for. Our next example here is from our own Facebook page when Colin became a Google Top contributor. That's very exciting for him. Congratulations, Colin. Let's see, this post received 66 likes, 14 comments, and 9 shares total. So that's great. You know, almost 1,200 reach. So exciting post there. Really, obviously, putting a face to your page, giving someone, you know, giving your fans someone to connect with. It's something that if you're not trying on your page, you maybe should, because it works. It's definitely something that should be integrated into your content strategy. But some other things that can be worked into your content strategy other than photos, quotes are really popular in the fitness industry. Motivational quotes, that's an example of something that does really well, you know, the sort of no excuses, those type of quotes to amp people up. Or in the business world, motivational quotes as far as don't give up, or whatever it may be. Inspirational quotes do really well. Videos are also really engaging. YouTube videos or uploading a video to your page. That could be a whole nother webinar, talking about the strategy behind videos as part of your social media strategy. But there's something good to use, something engaging to work into your content strategy if you haven't tried that. Questions are really great. Ask your fans a question. It can be a serious question. It can be, you know, a playful question. Whatever it is, asking questions and encouraging that engagement can really help you see results. Also, resources. An example might be, you know, if there's a storm moving into your area, you can talk about, you know, hurricane preparedness or whatever it may be. Even current events in your community. You know, if there's a community parade going on, or, you know, a fair, and you're going to have a booth there, that's a really great opportunity to post a photo of your team, right? Going back to the photos and the photos of people, post a photo of your team at that event and say, hey, come check us out at the fairgrounds and we have some fun giveaways, or whatever it may be. But all of these things can be presented in a way to be visual. Visual content is key in engagement, and that's, you know, the goal that we're talking about here today. That engagement will help your business move towards their goals of, you know, growth on your fan page, or, you know, ultimately, if it is more leads, whatever it may be. The content is really important in that. Another thing to consider is people are more likely to comment or share a photo than just plain text in your post. So that might be something worth looking at the results you receive from just a plain text post or versus the photos. I think that across the board, you'll really see higher engagement on your page when you're using a photo or a quote or something visual. Community events, I thought we already covered that. Okay, moving on. The point of it all is to engage your fans, entertain your fans, and give them something of value. Give them a reason to check out your page. You know, give them something funny, or, you know, something valuable through your different photos, quotes, videos, resources, whatever that is. We really need people to, you know, engage with your page, and these things are going to get them to do that. You know, these things could even get them going to your actual Facebook page, which, you know, as we talked about, is hard to do. But the more people engage with your page and the more consistently they engage with your page, the more consistently your content will be displayed to them. So it's really important. An example here of engaging content, this is something we posted on the Imprezzio marketing page. As some of you may know, we have offices in Canada and the United States. So every once in a while it's fun to make a little joke like this about differences between the two. I didn't even know this, being that I'm in the US, but we found out from our Canada office that there's actually quite a debate between the right candy to call Smarties. Smarties in the United States are very different than Smarties in Canada. So we made this fun graphic. We got a bunch of likes and comments and different things, just a friendly debate back and forth about which one's right. It was fun to sort of poke fun at everyone in Canada. So we'll have more posts like this coming up because it was something that worked on our page. So I made up a little hashtag to go with it. I said hashtag Friendly Debate Friday. So I'm looking forward to doing more of these in the future. I think there's quite a few fun ones that we could post similar to this. Just some more examples. A quote, rise and shine. I posted this with just a line of text. I said, have a great day, friends. It received 7 likes. Something I did with this post is I posted at an unusual time. I look at my insights and I see when traffic is typically online for my pages, but in the mornings you usually don't see as high of a spike as you do in the evenings, but it's okay to, test different things and see what happens. So I posted this one, I think at 6:15 in the morning, and it received some likes, so that was exciting. My next sample here, this silly picture of the 2 kids driving the Power Wheels. It's just an example of something funny, something silly. It's not meant to be offensive towards women drivers or anything like that. Being a girl myself, I didn't take offense to it, but just something funny that we found online and wanted to share. It received 4 comments, but those comments were tagging people, so it was really funny to see, a guy post on there and tag probably his significant other, and say, only sometimes, or whatever it is. It was funny, it was engaging, it was silly, it was something that entertained our audience, so it reached an above average amount of people because of the engagement that it received. I was just talking about your Facebook page insights, so this is an example here. This fan page is a pretty small page, so I thought it would be a good example, something that you might be able to relate to as a small business or someone just getting started with social media. This shows the days of the week, the traffic for those days, and then sort of an overall view of the traffic during the different time periods. So this shows us when your fans are online over the recent 1-week period. Times of day are shown in your computer's local time zone. So, if your business is in Seattle, but you're on vacation in Florida, and you're looking at this, it will show you the information in your computer's local time zone. So you just have to think about that for a second before you schedule a post. But, if I had one thing that I wanted to plan for this specific day, I might pick 9 p.m. because we can see that we have a little spike there. If I had something, maybe I had something going on that evening that I wanted to remind people about, maybe we were having an open house or whatever from 6 to 9 p.m., I might post about it, maybe 3:30 or 4 to take advantage of this little spike here. Or if we have something going on, in the middle of the day, or if I wanted to post something good morning, like I just showed, somewhere earlier in the day between 6 a.m. 9 a.m., there's a little spike in traffic there. If I wanted to pick the best day of the week to post, it would probably be Thursday. It has a little bit higher traffic than the other days, with 52 people online. Wednesday only had 46, so it's a little bit of a difference there, but if you post when people are online, it gives you a better chance of showing up in their newsfeed. Everyone has so many friends and so many pages. Facebook has to figure out a way to determine what to show everyone, what content to put in everyone's newsfeed. So part of that is the engagement that we're receiving. Part of it is also looking at when people are online and using all of that different information to help you pick out when the best time to post might be. Now that we've sort of talked about content and posting a little bit, let's bring it together. So this is the view that you'll see on your Facebook page on desktop, but I believe you can do this on mobile now as well. Schedule your content ahead of time. So I just wrote test in this post, but you can pick a day, you can pick a time, and you hit schedule. And this is great to do just to help you stay on top of your Facebook page. That's really something that we hear from small businesses a lot. We don't have time for this. And, maybe you shouldn't have time, honestly, because as a business owner, you could spend your time doing this and you could spend hours doing it, but your time is more valuable than that sometimes. So we can help you with this, or this is something that you can do if you want to sit down in one afternoon. If you have a free afternoon, you can sit down and plan your content ahead of time. Look at your insights and schedule it out. After you start scheduling content, you can use your activity log to review what you've planned. So an example of a way that this could be used is, say you are having your receptionist help you manage your Facebook page, and you are, the owner of the business or the manager, whatever it may be. You can have that employee schedule posts, and then you see this towards the bottom of the graphic there, 2 scheduled posts, view posts. You click on that little link there, and it shows you everything that's planned out. So that's great to keep an eye on, so you can remember, one, if you've sat down and planned out all your content. You might not remember, oh yeah, I already have something scheduled for tomorrow, or whatever it may be. Or if you're doing sort of an approval method like that. The view posts button takes you right to the activity log, where you can see all of that planned activity log, and it's a tool that I really like to use with my clients when we're discussing content for the page and working together to create the most engaging content we can. Another tool that's really great is mentioning other pages or using hashtags when you're creating your posts. So there was an article published recently in the Spokane Journal of Business about Imprezzio. So when we posted about it on Facebook, we mentioned the Spokane Journal of Business Facebook page and attached the link there. And because of the way we tagged them in the post, this post actually showed up on their Facebook page. So we were able to reach more people because we sort of piggybacked on that a little bit. Another example, this team went to the Children's Hospital with some books and toys that they had collected, and they brought their donations and spent some time there. It's a really great thing to show your audience that you're, doing things in the community, that you're giving back. And you want as many people to see that as possible, so everybody knows that, you do support the local community and you are active in your community. Like we've talked about, you have to use your insights to figure out what worked well and what didn't. In the first couple examples with the happy face and the sad face, that shows us what results we achieved from each post, and maybe what we should not do going forward. But hint, use more of what worked. So if a certain day worked really well, if a certain format worked really well, let's work more of that into your page going forward. Let's, we saw results from something, let's try it again and see if we can, get that same effect. So part of this all is knowing your audience. Who are you talking to? I run into this a lot with some of my clients, especially in the insurance industry. They'll say, I'll ask them, who are your clients? And they will say, we have probably an equal number of male and female customers, but they're, late 40s and up. So, that's their assessment of their book of business, and that's accurate, I'm sure. However, who we're talking to on Facebook and who we're reaching on Facebook might be a little bit different. So if we want people to engage with our content, we need to be aware of who we're talking to and making sure we're posting things that are relevant to that audience. So as you can see here, 44% of the fans on this Facebook page are women, 55% are men. It's a little bit unusual. Usually I see more women, just because I think that females skew a little bit more active on social media. The age groups here, however, don't surprise me at all. The largest age group represented on this fan page, 25 to 34, pretty active group when it comes to social media. I fall into that age group. I grew up with social media. I remember when Facebook first came out, and MySpace was the cool thing at that time, and it was really weird to think about switching to Facebook, and MySpace was definitely cooler for some time, but you had both. And then at some point Facebook became the place to be, and obviously we all know what happened to MySpace, but not to get us too far off topic here. Know who you're talking to, and really craft your content around what those people are going to find engaging. What do they like? So we can see their age, we can see, male, female, that sort of thing. But there are also tools out there to help us better understand what they actually like. So this search that I did here, it's called Graph Search. I searched pages liked by people who like Imprezzio Inc. So this is sort of comparing, it's looking at Imprezzio Inc. and comparing all the fans on that page and seeing what their interests are. And it just happens to be in this example that a lot of people who like Imprezzio Inc. also like our pages for Imprezzio Marketing, Omni Park, Imprezzio Global, Bad Kitty Studios. So that's cool to see. It shows that we have a pretty engaged core audience. I think that was pretty interesting. But we can also look at favorite interests of people who like your page, or favorite interests of females who live in Spokane, whatever it may be. We can use this tool to learn more about your audience to help us create content that they will enjoy. Kind of an interesting lesser known tool. But really know your audience. Your friends and your contacts are more likely to engage with your Facebook page than just the general populace, especially when you own a small or medium business. You know that your family, your friends, they're big supporters. So something that we can do to sort of help your page get off the ground and get going, we can use the Build Audience button across the top of your page. We can invite your friends, and we can import your contacts. So we can go through Facebook and invite all of your friends that are your personal friends. We can send them a little invitation to like the page. We can also sync up to your personal email and go through there and find all sorts of people to import. But one thing I really like to do for businesses is import the contact list. So if you work for if you work in a regulated industry, this might be something that you should double check on before you do, to make sure that in your industry and in the company you work for that it's allowed. But for someone like a dentist, a client of mine is a dentist, and they had several hundred email addresses that people had given them to sign up for their newsletters, and they had opted into that communication. They had given their email address, allowing the business to communicate with them in that way. So what we can do is import that email list, and Facebook will find those individuals who have a profile with that email address and send them a little note, a little invitation to like your page as well. And that's a great opportunity because those people already know you. They already like you in real life, so they're probably pretty likely to like your Facebook page online, and they're probably more likely to engage with your page. That engagement, again, is so important in helping your page grow. So anytime you can share a post from your personal page, or from your business page, on your personal page, we can capture that engagement from your friends. Or, your friends will see it and they'll come over and like the page. But I'd really encourage everyone to use these tools right here, the invite your friends and invite your contacts. And I'd really encourage everyone to share their posts as well to, work towards the goal of increasing the reach and engagement on your page and helping your business page grow. Wrapping up here, if you have any questions for me, send me an email. My email address is right there at the bottom, JennyG@ImprezzioMarketing.com. That's me. We do have some different programs available to help you with your social media if that's something you're interested in. Our Facebook packages do include a built-in advertising spend to assist in your exposure and growth. So on top of really working with you to come up with some great content and use some of the different tools that we talked about today, we can help you grow in that way as well. So thank you again, everyone, for sitting in on this webinar today. And again, please let me know if I can answer any questions, if I can clarify anything, or, if you have any specific questions, just send me a quick note, and I'd love to chat with you about them. Have a great day, everyone.